From Hanoi, I flew to Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, but I left early the next morning for a day trip to Medan in northern Sumatra, Indonesia. That was when it got interesting.
Up at 3 a.m. to get ready for the hour ride to the airport, which went smoothly in the dark without the typical traffic. There was time to look around the expansive airport with shops and dining, because right off the bat, my flight was canceled. Fortunately, there was another an hour and a half later, so my day trip was only shortened, not ruined. Upon arrival, my guide Dedi was there with a smile and a "let's see what we can" attitude. Probably the poorest place I visited on this trip, Medan was a bit rough around the edges. It was an hour drive into town, which I enjoyed because I got to witness life happening outside the window, as well as ask Dedi questions about the area. Even with a population of around 3 million, they are not particularly well set up for tourism. With time being short, we headed straight to their point of pride, Maimum Palace, with its bright yellow facade and white and turquoise trim. The last surviving Malay palace, commissioned by the 9th Sultan of Delhi, was designed by a Dutch architect and constructed between 1887 and 1891. Still used for dignitaries, ceremonies, and other official business, the front two rooms are open to the public and are good examples of the opulence of the time period. There isn't a gift shop per se, but there are several vendors selling souvenirs and local handicrafts. And if you are feeling in an adventurous mood, you can rent some traditional clothing and have your photo taken. Our next stop was to the Tjong mansion. With 35 rooms, 2 stories, and 8,000 square meters, the 1895 house was built with 4 sides surrounding an interior courtyard. But the grandeur started from the moment I entered the gate, with a beautiful garden leading to the front entrance. The docent, Caleb, explained some of the history.
So this one here, this is the special guest room. So Mr. Tjong only used this room only for welcoming the family of the Sultan of Delhi. So this is the picture of the Sultan here. This one is the number 9 Sultan of Delhi. He was the leader of Medan city back in the day.
Chinese, Malay, and Art Deco influences can all be detected, along with Dutch hand-painted ceilings, furniture carved in Greece, and Venetian tiles on the floor. The entry hall is where honored guests were received and entertained, and this is by far the most opulent and a prime example of feng shui principles. The ornately decorated floor-to-ceiling wood panel backdrop creates the barrier of being able to see all the way through to the back of the house. At the center of it all is the courtyard, with colorful silk lanterns hanging gracefully from the second level, which created a haven of privacy and calm from the outside world. I also thought the gracious dining room just behind it was just right for intimate parties. Located upstairs was my favorite space, the ballroom. It just felt like it would have been a cool place to tap your feet to the music, dance, and visit with friends. Tjong was quite a boon to the community. He ran a plantation producing rubber, sugar, and palm oil, built a church, opened a coffee shop, and had interests in real estate, banking, railroads, and mining. His legacy stands to the 5th generation. The 3 hours I got to spend in Medan were quickly over, and it was time to head back to the airport. only to find out for the second time in the same day my flight was canceled. So I had the great privilege of waiting another 4 hours for the next flight. Fortunately, the airport had excellent air conditioning, as it was 90 degrees and 85% humidity outside, and plenty of seats to pass the time. The delay meant arriving back in Kuala Lumpur at 11:45 p.m., and after going through immigration again and the long drive back to the hotel, I got to bed at 2 a.m., nearly 24 hours after waking up that morning.
Challenges and things happening out of your control are just part of travel, and you just have to let it go and keep a cool head, which I think I did. Now stick around. The final leg of my intrepid journey is to the city jungle of Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Is it truly Asia? We'll find out.